legislative study group did a study on higher education just recently, and they were looking at, part of it was Tier 1 schools in the university in Texas, and one of their things was in the country, per population, Texas is horrible for Tier 1 schools. You know, California with 8, you know, so on. One of their things that they suggested, of course, was the state donating, I believe, that extra $24 million to get to that $100 million of research spending. Has there been any talks or initiative with that? And also, if not, I believe in their report they said it would take about $400 million to get 10 top-tier schools in research funding for, you know, we had Texas Tech and, you know, down the line. Has there been any initiative with Texas giving just $24 million straight, or has there been any collaborative talks with other schools to get a big push for many Tier 1 schools in Texas?
Well, we have both going on right now. We have collaborative work within the universities to make a push for top tier, and we are the front runners, so no matter how they cut the slice, you know, we are going to be in there. But there is also a very concerted effort from the Senate and the House education committees. As a matter of fact, next Wednesday I'll be in Austin in front of Senate Zaffarini's subcommittee on education, because she has invited or asked all presidents to come and make their case. And this would be, I think, my 6th testimony in front of Senate and House to plead for the top tier funding for us. One thing is absolutely clear: without the top tier funding from the state and without the private sector coming in to help, we just do not have the resources to do it. However, having resources alone doesn't guarantee that you can become top tier. You need to have the ingredients to be able to do that. And I've tried to show to them that we do have at the University of Houston the caliber and quality of the faculty, the caliber and quality of the programs, the caliber and quality of the students, and the caliber and quality of our graduates and alumni. We have all of that. We have some areas to work for, though, definitely.
We have time for one more question. Senator Clark.
Dr. Khator, first of all, thank you for coming tonight. I really appreciate it. My question is that the university does have a goal of increasing graduate students from the University of Houston. It's kind of a two-part question. One, what is the university doing to increase graduate enrollment here at the University of Houston? And number two, last Senate session, the SJ did pass a bill that asked for a buy one get one free kind of deal for undergraduate students for certain classes, and is it actually feasible to get that same kind of deal for graduate students also, considering that many graduate students are working parents or people which are now coming back to class and years and going to see the lesson.
The second question I don't know, because it has not yet come for resolution or any kind of action yet. You know, the bottom line is, it's a state university. It would be great if we could just not charge anything and just give the education as the way it used to be many years ago. The reason we don't have that is because we don't have the same level of support from the state what we used to have, you know, several years ago. So it really becomes a balancing act here, because we can, if we don't have resources, we can either lower the kind of courses, caliber of the programs that we have, or we can see where else we can fill that gap. So unfortunately, students have had to take a larger burden on that. What should be the graduate enrollment? There are top tier universities who have as much graduate enrollment as we do, so that's not necessarily an absolute condition, but normally the universities that are top tier have about 25% graduate enrollment. Ours is about 21.6%. So yes, we should be looking for increasing that. We should be looking for having more national students. We should be looking to have more global students. We should be looking to have more incentives for students to be able to graduate as fast as they can, and we should be doing everything possible to retain the students who come.
Dr. Khator, thank you very much for coming and speaking to us. I really appreciate it.
What about the other
Thank
students?
you all very much. Thank you.
Information, we did allow some time for students to come down.
That's it. The time was permitted and 30 minutes have passed, so until we don't be here all night, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. order of business, we have the pleasure of having Ms. Jessica Varner here, Administrative Director for Houston City Councilmember